You don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your energy. In high stakes environments where the decisions are fast, the pressure is relentless, and the stakes are sky high, your energy is not just a nice to have, it's your edge. Welcome to today's executive training. Energy resilience is your edge in high stakes environments. I'm Wendy Taylor, and I'm here to help you unlock the clarity, presence, and performance required at the top of your game without burning out or falling apart behind the scenes. Now, before we dive in, I want you to grab a pen and paper or a journal. This is not just a listen and nod session. The research is clear. Writing things down physically engages the brain differently. It boosts retention, clarity, and embodied action. So get that pen ready. I'll be giving you some prompts throughout the session to write down. And if you're feeling bold, drop your responses in the comments, or you can send them to me in the DMs. Let's start with the truth most people don't talk about. Energy leaks are silent killers of leadership performance. You can have the sharpest strategy, the best team, and a powerful mission, but if your energy is frayed, your ability to lead suffers. You hesitate on hard decisions. You overfunction for underperformers. You drift from clarity to reactivity. And most people don't even realize it's happening until something breaks. A missed opportunity, a failed hire, a slow erosion of confidence, or painful losses at home. So I want you to write this down. Where am I leaking energy right now? Don't overthink it. Just name what comes up. Where am I leaking energy right now? If you're open to it, drop in the comments. Someone else might need to hear that they're not alone. You can send it to me in the DMs if you'd rather do that. Now, I want to bust a myth. You know, I love myth busting. You've been told that if you just manage your time better and drink more water and meditate in the mornings, you'll be fine. Okay, well, the meditation thing is pretty cool. Just finished mine. But here's the truth. High stakes environments break that model. You don't need hacks, you need a system, because the energy required to show up, lead powerfully, and make sharp decisions under pressure doesn't come from routines, or it doesn't just come from routines. It actually comes from resilience, from a foundation that doesn't collapse when the unexpected hits. I want you to write this down. What would shift if I had 20% more energy every day? Not just what you would do, but how you would lead. If a word or a phrase stands out, kind of circle that. What would shift if I had 20% more energy every day? Feel free to share it in the comments or send it to me in the DMs, but make sure you write it down for you. That's the priority. Now let's get tactical. I want to walk you through my Energy Edge framework, the model I use with executive clients navigating major deals, scaling fast, or carrying the emotional weight of leadership. It's designed to help you lead with clarity and conviction. I don't care if you're a startup founder or a Fortune 500 CEO or anywhere in between. You need to lead with clarity and conviction, and you need to do it even under pressure. The framework has 3 pillars: protect, generate, and align. Let's start with protect. We want to stop the leaks. Energy loss often comes from invisible drains, not visible workload. Constant context switching between meetings with no reset, the emotional labor of holding everyone else together. And if you know anything about me, you know that's something I know a whole lot about, and I'm really committed to helping other people with that. Eroded boundaries where everything feels urgent and everyone expects access. That's a big one. Protecting your energy is not indulgent. It's not selfish. It's operational strategy. This pillar is about making energy protection a leadership standard, not a personal preference. And sometimes for some of us, that's a hard one to get. Now, our next piece of this puzzle is generate, add capacity. Energy isn't just protected, it's also created. And I don't mean with supplements and sleep apps. And by the way, all these things I'm saying, I don't mean this, I don't mean that. That doesn't mean that you're wrong to be doing those things. I'm just saying if you're doing them and you're still having some issues with your energy and you're lacking energy resilience, here's the missing piece. That's what I'm talking about. So when it comes to generating and adding capacity, I mean proactively building your system's capacity through movement, breath, focused recovery, deep presence. This is about becoming the kind of leader who doesn't just survive intensity. You're fueled by it because you've trained for it. The last piece is align, reconnecting to purpose and priorities. Alignment focuses your energy like a laser. Without it, even high performers drift into reactivity, overcommitment, and decision fatigue. This pillar is about getting crystal clear on what matters most right now, in this season, in this role, and at this level, and then aligning your energy, time, and attention to it. Now, from those three, protect, generate, align, which one do you need to focus on first? Write it down. That's your next step. Want to make it real? Share it in the comments. A little public accountability never hurt anyone. Now, you know what I'm going to say next. Be a good human. If this landed for you, don't keep it to yourself. Share this with someone who needs it. The founder who's white knuckling their business through the next round, the executive holding it all together for everyone else, the high achiever who's starting to wonder if burnout is just the cost of ambition. Send it to them. Tag them. Be the reason they reclaim their energy. And if you're feeling that internal knowing, I can't keep doing this way, we need to talk. Now, people use the word clarity way too much these days. It's losing its power. But the reason I call calls with me clarity calls is because that's what people have told me over and over and over again, that when they talk to me, they get clarity. So clarity call, not a sales pitch. It's a focused conversation where we look at where your energy is draining, what it's costing you, and what it would look like to lead from a place of resilience and not reaction. If the stakes are high and your energy is your edge, you do not have time to burn. I'll drop the link to book a call.